The following is a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio. A show that looks good, feels good, and sounds good. This is When in Rome with Stuart Rome.
Welcome back to another fantastic When in Rome with Stuart Rome. We're recording this show here on National Kiss Day, International Condom Day, and also National Desperation Day. It must be the day before Valentine's Day. Here's right. Stuart Rome, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Birmingham.woodhousespas.com. He's down in New Orleans, taking some time off, spreading out some lovey-dovey down there as well. Happy Valentine's Eve. And this is kind of a... Well, this has got to be great because I know you sell a lot of packages for Valentine's Day. You just got done selling a lot of packages for Christmas, so it's a good time of the year for you. But there is a lot of love in the air, and you've got to be very blessed with what you have in your life.
Oh, man, I can't ask for much more than I have. You're right. Family's all great. Like you said, I'm taking some time off in New Orleans to survive Super Bowl weekend. We went downtown. It was pretty incredible. We were by the Fox Sports stages and it was awesome. It was like a mini Mardi Gras.
There you go.
So got through that. And then, like you said, we're gearing up for this weekend. We're pretty much booked as far as what I can see. We have a whole bunch of couples massages, obviously, which is great because we have the 3 rooms instead of 1 this year.
There you go. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice when you expand and you fill it? Because some places, they expand, they don't fill it, man. I mean, you expand your place, and that's fantastic. That's great.
Yeah, so we have that going on. We'll be giving out roses and some other special little things for people that have services, and got a couple other special things. I think of if you buy a $200 gift card in store, we have these great pajama sets and these robes. You're going to get $30 off either one of those, which is almost half off of probably 40% off of that. So you get a $200 gift card, a nice set of pajamas or robes. So that's a great combo gift.
That is fantastic.
And of course, we have regular packages. So all kind of stuff going on this weekend. Yeah,
go to the website, Birmingham.woodhousespas.com, Birmingham.woodhousespas.com. My girl, I said, what do you want to do special for Valentine's Day? She goes, I want to go to the Woodhouse Day Spa. And I said, probably not the best weekend to go because they're going to be super packed. I said, but she got a gift card for Christmas, so we'll make sure she uses that thing next week. Speaking of robes, I don't know if you've seen this story. Every week before we do the show, I put the word in spa and I Google it. And then I put news just to see if there's any special news going on around spas. And the top 30 stories are Justin Bieber in this blue ratty looking robe. It's a nice looking robe, but it's kind of long. It looks like a shower robe. But he's been walking the streets of LA and New York for like the last 2 weeks, and he's going to spas every single day. And they say he looks fantastic. He looks very relaxed. And so people are trying to figure out what in the hell is going on. There is some rumors out there that perhaps his marriage is on the rocks. Not sure if that's true or not. TMZ's, although I'll leave that up to TMZ. But he is bringing the spa businesses in New York and LA are loving it because obviously just having Justin Bieber in your spa is a great thing. And he's been going in and getting a spa treatment every single day of the week the last 2 weeks. Yeah, they're saying it's great for the spa business. So,
but the best thing about it is he's wearing his own robe in. Then when he's changing.
Well, you know what? It looks like it. He's all tatted up all over his chest, but he's got a blue thing, and then he's got looks like a pair of Uggs walking in. So it looks like he may be walking out with the same thing he keep walking in. But that's great. Listen, if I was a celebrity, and you got to find things to do, and you're wealthy beyond your own dreams, man. There is no reason why I wouldn't have a spa treatment every single day.
Absolutely. I'm the same. I might even have my own spa in my house with massage therapists and estheticians. And
no doubt. No doubt. There is no doubt about that. So did we talk about the Justin Tucker situation?
We did.
Okay.
Last time. Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought we did. And I got a couple of emails on there. That's the only reason I bring it up, because I remember we had taken off last week. I know you had some things going on. I wanted to make sure we talked about that because I know we talked about the Deshaun Watson thing. So we're going to let that go. But we had several emails with happy faces, people wanting. Please ask Stuart who he thinks about Justin Tucker and you bring up in case you missed it. evidently there's 6 or 7 different masseuses or massage therapists who are now saying that Justin Tucker, the kicker for the Baltimore Ravens, did some things while he was being massaged and was basically a creep, and now they're filing civil suits against him. And again, I remember you and I had the conversation where, you're rich, you're famous, you're a kicker for a football team, you get all the money in the world. Why would you just go pay for it? Just go,
right. Doesn't make any sense, but who knows?
Maybe they want to write their own penthouse forum letter or something like that.
Maybe
something like that. But we'll get into some of those emails a little bit later on. info@TonyCurryRadio.net, info@TonyCurryRadio.net, including one from Gil that we'll get into right after you give me your first love song. We're doing Valentine's Day songs this week. Give me your first one from the Hammer of the Gods.
We're going to kick it off with Lil Zeppelin, Whole Lot of Love.
Whole Lot of Love, Led Zeppelin, as we give you a whole lot of love going on here Valentine's Day. We're recording a show here on February 13th. I cannot believe tomorrow is a Valentine's Day. What does this day mean to you and Mrs. Rome? I know you've been married for a long time.
Yeah.
I've gotten a chance to meet your lovely bride. You seem to get along really, really well. She's actually been on the show several times. She sounds like, she just seems like the perfect gal, man. She just seems like she's a lot of fun. And obviously you're down in New Orleans with her. She's got to know how to have a good time. And I know you well enough to know that you like to throw back a few. And so I just, you guys are looking at 60, 70 years together, man, the way I see it. I mean, it's just a great partnership. But what do you do? What do you do special for Valentine's Day? I was talking to Mark Ingram. He was the athletic director for UAB. And I used to be friends with a friend of mine. And I said, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? And he's like, yeah, we're going to do the same thing we do every year. We order a pizza, we watch a movie. But that's something they do like other days of the week. It's not something, it's not like the first, like they don't go to a Pizza Hut because that's where their first date was.
Right.
But they just lay around the house and do nothing like they normally do. And I was like, man, I said, it's if a woman sits there and says, I don't want you to do anything for me. I don't need anything. I'm perfectly good. We don't have the money for it, blah, 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 blah. You better go out and do something. You better, and a lot of people are like, I know my wife and she really doesn't want me to do anything for her. Well, she says that, but it ain't going to hurt to try. And I think there's only several times in a relationship or a marriage, you have your anniversaries, you have your birthdays, and you have your special days, and then you have like Valentine's Day. And there's only several of these occasions during the year that opens the door for you as the man to do something a little extra special for your wife, regardless of whatever that is. You got to do something different on those days, or else that day, which symbolizes love as we know it, doesn't mean a damn to you. So, I mean, you got to do something a little special. So what do you do?
Yeah, so we don't make big plans, as far as going out, but we always go somewhere, but it's not, some big plan thing, but it is definitely not laying around the house. But little surprises, like maybe a card or a flower or a rose or something like that's always in order. And just little touches like that when you get to be married, like, me 30 plus years, 31, I think it is. Those kind of things, all that really matter. We don't really, I don't need any gifts. She doesn't need any gifts. We buy what we need or what we want, so it's not like anybody's desperate for anything, thank God. So I think we talked about this. We probably talked about this last Valentine's Day. It seems like you said, it seems like yesterday, but it's totally different. When you first start dating, it's like Valentine's is huge and you got to make all these huge plans and it's a big production and blah, blah, blah. And then when you first get married, same thing. But, as you get older, you're like, it's a great day, of course, but you have to do all those things. You just make these little small gestures and they mean just as much.
Well, speaking from experience, I just remember how I used to feel up until about 5 years ago when I had a wife, what Valentine's Day were like. And I remember I can think of 3 or 4 different instances. We were married for 17, 18 years that I really felt like I knocked it out of the park. But as you stay together, and everyone's married more than 10 or 15 years, they're going to understand what I'm saying. You get to the point where, you have kids, time catches up with you, you're running late, and then you're trying to figure things out. You're calling the Woodhouse Day Spa, you're getting gift cards, this, that, and the other. And then normally what you do is you kind of put a price tag on. That's what I end up doing is like the last couple of years, man, I was just out spending like $500 or $600 just because I want, if she knew I wasn't going to spend the time on getting her something special, then I was certainly going to spend the money on my baby to make sure that she was appreciated. And so I hopefully she knew that. I like giving gifts. I love giving gifts. I put something in my daughter's lunch bag every day this week. It just makes me feel good to do that. So Christmas time is a wonderful time for me because I love giving things. And so I do miss that aspect of it, but I'm not going to lie to you. It's kind of nice when you don't have anyone special to have to worry about, just the anxiety and are we going to, I know how it goes with sex, are we going to have to sleep together? Is that something to be, is that expected? I mean, you know what I mean? You've dated someone for 8-9 months and you've only got to second base and here's Valentine's Day staring you in the face. I mean, she's not.
And it's National Condom Day.
National Condom Day. It's also Desperation Day. And she forgot to wear a bra. What does that mean? I mean, I don't know, it's like, so all I can say is, you read your date, the best you can, and she'll point you the right direction. But I'm telling you, there's not too many opportunities through the year. Her birthday's being one, your anniversary, and then Valentine's Day, where it's right there, and you better do something special. I don't care what the hell it is. You better take her out for a drink.
Well, the safest bet by far is just a gift card to the Woodhouse.
Well, there's no doubt. You start that off the table. Everyone talks about chocolates and candy. Do the gift card. That'll knock that stuff out. You'll be good to go. Then it'll probably buy you another 10 years of marriage for sure. So there you go. Birmingham.woodhousespas.com. We're doing Valentine's Day song, lovey-dovey song. Zeppelin was first. You got Poison second. What do you got?
Yeah, this one, I'm not sure if this is really about love or not, but it's Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
I would say that's a love song. I mean, it's good times, bad times, bro. You got beauty, and sometimes if you sniff too close to it, you get poked in the nose, particularly if you get a nose like mine by a big giant ass thorn. I can certainly see that happens. You got some other Valentine's Day songs. The next one I absolutely love, and I don't think we play it here, so I'm super excited about that. Got some emails, info@TonyCurryRadio.net, and one here from Joyce in Birmingham. Please ask Stuart. She said, by the way, she loves the show. She thinks it's hilarious. She thinks it's funny. Which is great, Joyce. I'm glad you got a good laugh because we enjoy each other's company. Joyce wants to know about head spas. I did a little research. This is something that's relatively new to the United States. It's just the last year and a half, but they're spas that just do the head. Now, they do other parts of the body as well, but there's a head experience and everything's it's like a over glorified facial, but it's the entire head. I know whenever I get a haircut, my hairdresser will always ask me, do you want me to wash your hair after I get my haircut? And I always love it because my hairdresser's got killer hands. I mean, she washes my hair 3 times. And I just take a 5 out and I just keep putting another 5 in and she'll wash it again. I think my record's like 8 times. She's washed my hair like 8 times. My scalp was dry and wrinkled, but she gives great head massages. And I know that lying there in bed and having a loved one stroke, your forehead, that just feels fucking great. I mean, it just feels great. It feels better than any other part of your body. It just feels really good to have your scalp rubbed. So is that something that you've ever done, something you've looked into? They use this thing called a moving halo, which you probably know more about than I do, that extends some type of mist or something over your head while you're actually having this thing done.
Oh, yeah. It's probably like a steamer type thing, but
they do things where they put the towel on your face so it doesn't get in your eyes, but they do everything from the pressure points in the back of the neck. They do sinus cavities. They do all kinds of things. Yeah. Reading it sounds super cool.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, we do, have kind of our own versions of some of that. Of course, we always have a scalp massage included in full body massage, but we also have separate services like a separate scalp massage. We have a Shiadora scalp massage, which includes a hot oil.
Ooh.
And that's a full 25-minute scalp treatment. So it is a full scalp, scalp massage only. So yeah, we do that at the spa, not to the extent that you just mentioned, but I love, like you said, I love getting that. And got therapists too. They'll work on the nasal portion if you want that. Help you clear up the sinuses, and they know all that stuff.
That is awesome stuff. Where am I going to go here? Let's go to Wally. Wally in Birmingham wants to know. He has heard things about. He's heard things about it's healthy to hang upside down like a bat. Have you ever seen these things?
Yeah, the inversion boots.
The inversion boots. Yeah, where you can hang upside down. He wants to know: is there any type of massage anywhere in the world they do upside down massages? that sounds like that could be kind of fun.
I think the point of the inversion boots are like they're for exercise. So you get in the inversion boot, right? And then you do sit-ups. Yeah. So it's upside down, but you have to lift. But just to hang there like a bat, I would imagine all the blood would go to your head and you might get, I don't know, you might get dizzy. But when you get off of it, it's probably going to rush back and you might get lightheaded. But I haven't heard of a massage, a full massage being done like that. And I can't imagine us ever doing that. I don't know, my insurance company would let us do that because I think we might have some issues with that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what benefit it would be by being upside down. I mean, I guess where your blood is going would be a little bit more sensitive, I guess. I'm not sure how that would, because I mean, the feet are, we already talked about the feet and how important that is there. And you want to make sure you're getting good circulation in your legs and stuff. But yeah, depending on how old you are too. I can
see 5 minutes, but I can't see a full hour of massage upside down. I think you'd probably pass out.
Yeah. Info at TonyCurryRadio.net. Eunice in Hueytown wants to know what type of waxing services do you do, and is waxing still a big deal? For people that are young and listen to the show. I'm just telling you right now, until about, I'm going to say 15, 20 years ago, and Stuart, you can correct me if I'm wrong, men never did any manscaping. We didn't cut anything back, no scissors on the pubes. We didn't do anything. And people are like, really? And now it's now there's techniques and there's all kinds of machines and there's all kinds of shavers and there's guards and all kinds of things for manscaping. And so I couldn't think, and quite frankly, I never manscaped until I got waxed. I lost a bet on the air. This is back in 1991, 92 or something like that. And they waxed me entirely. And after I got waxed, and by the way, if you get waxed entirely, you do not want to drink a lot the night before because you will bleed. I mean, I was actually, I had beads of blood. I remember thinking, what in the hell's going on here? But they did the entire waxing. I will tell you, it's an amazing feeling. It's very clean feeling. It doesn't itch when the hair comes back. But I remember, my private area, my junk area, and I thought, man, this is, first of all, you cut the bushes around the tall tree. The tree looks taller, correct? So you want to manscape.
That's a good point.
You want to manscape anywhere you can down there. I'm just telling you. And if you're thinking to yourself that your girlfriend, your wife won't dig it, I promise you, she's going to love it. She's going to absolutely love it, particularly if she likes to play down there too. So if you appreciate what she does down there, then she's going to appreciate what you do down there. And then you went through this whole waxing thing, where everyone was talking about the Brazilian wax. Remember the wax, the Brazilian wax deal. And then I think that kind of went away. And now we're more into like using scissors and kind of, like trimming bushes into animals and things. I don't know what the hell.
We still do all those waxes. We do the Brazilian. We do, just about every part of the body. Of course, men usually stick to like back wax. That's probably the most common.
Yeah.
And like you said, it wasn't common, back in the day, but now it's not, it's not unusual for somebody to come in and get a back wax. Women, they get a lot of like lip wax. Of course, Brazilian. There's also like an extended bikini, which isn't like a full Brazilian, but it's just like inside the bikini line. But those things really pick up going towards summertime when people are going go to the beach and pools. So it's kind of cyclical. Whereas, the lip wax and those kind of things, those might be more, pretty much year round, but a lot of the bikini and the Brazilians and those kind of things usually come into play. And so in the back waxes too, especially when you get to the summertime.
I dated a girl when I first got to town, and she was beautiful, but she had a lot of facial hair. It was like peach fuzz. I mean, if she was sitting just right in the sunlight, you could see it.
Right.
It didn't bother me in the least bit. She was absolutely knocked down, drag out, beautiful woman. But I do know there's some women that do have issues with facial hair. What's the best way to go about that? Is it something? And I know as
we can wax. We have a face wax. We do this all the time.
Okay. And that's normal, right?
Very normal. Yeah. And I believe like permanent solution would probably be some kind of laser thing, but that's like a long period of time that I think that you have to go through that. But that's another solution that's more permanent. But we do that. We do that quite often.
All right, there you go. Info at TonyCurryRadio.net. So far, Zeppelin Poison. We're doing love songs here as we record the show here on February 13th. It's National Desperation Day, International Condom Day. We're here for you. Give me the third song you have in your love song list. I love it.
Yeah, this one's great. I totally forgot about this song. Can't tell you the last time I heard it, but when I was looking up love songs, I saw it. I was like, man, I love that song. It's Firehouse, Love of a Lifetime.
Fantastic song. That is a great song, man. I listen to the show every single week. I like to record the shows and go back and listen to them and critique them a little bit. And that I'm going to listen just for that song right there. That is a great song. Super song there. We're doing songs for Valentine's Day. If you haven't already booked at the Woodhouse Day Spa, good luck. It ain't going to happen. They're already full. And of course, they opened up their new extended area about a little over a year ago, and it's already booked up too. So start looking at the weekend after this one and get after it. Birmingham.woodhousespas.com. I'm on their website right now. You can do a book now, gift cards, or contact us. The website's fantastic for you idiots out there who don't like websites a whole lot. It's really easy to navigate. I got my daughter and my good friend, Dr. Josh, some gift cards for him for Christmas, and it was the best gifts I gave all year. So they're loving this. We were talking about waxing. One of the reasons I'm glad I brought this up, I do this thing up at Fox 6 every week. And Russell, one of their contact workers up there, he does some anchor work up there. He did a segment last week. I don't know where it was at. It was some private spa. I don't even know. They didn't even have a lower third, so they didn't even have the name of the spa. But it was these two women that were there. He got on camera and had these two things that looked like Q-tips stuck up his nose, and he was having his nose hair waxed. I've never heard of that. It sounds incredibly painful because just waxing anything, we all know what it's like. And I've got a nose big enough. I could have bats living in my nose. I wouldn't know it. So I have to be careful. And it's really important. I'm really, really careful about, checking my nose hairs because there's nothing worse than having someone with a really long nose hair. I just think it's disgusting. So I clean myself, but I've never heard of a nose waxing. Have you heard of that?
I have not. I mean, like I said, we do the lip waxes right by the nose, but to get inside the nose, no, I have not. That's a new thing, and I can't imagine wanting to do it.
They ripped it out, and I mean, he sneezed right away. It hurt, but I think he was, for drama and laughs. I mean, he was making it sound like it hurt more than it possibly did. But I have always heard too that when you have hair removal, you have a better shot of having ingrown hairs come back. Is that true or false?
I think it happens on occasion, but I don't think it's, if you do it right and then you put the, some kind of soothing lotion on after, to calm the spots. I think it should be fine. There's some people more susceptible to it than others, so it definitely happens.
Well, you definitely got you got to put that stuff on afterwards. And there's I used to have a black friend of mine. He gave me a bottle of stuff. It's purple and it's I think it was called bump remover or something like I said, because I know African Americans sometimes.
Is that the one who dates only women with good feet?
Actually, is. Actually, this is another friend of mine as well. He used to be my drug dealer, and he was just a fantastic night guy. And he used to dress to the nines, man. This guy, his hair was perfect. His eyes were perfect. Yeah, he loved white women. I mean, he was just a really cool guy. But he would, he had all the gadgets, man. He had all the things. But he had this, and I remember going to his house one night to get something, and I had a bump, and he goes, "You got an ingrown hair on your thing." He goes, "Here, put this on it." And he goes, "The brothers love this stuff, man. You rub it on after you shave, and it's supposed to keep those because evidently the." Black people get bumps or something. Sometimes they get different bumps.
Well, you can see that a lot, especially when they shave. You see a lot around the neck area. You know? yeah, you'll see that. I'm not sure. It's probably because of the type of skin, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wasn't aware that, that was even a thing that from blacks to whites. So, I mean, I certainly get it. So, yeah, whatever that purple stuff is, but I would think that would be really, really important. Info at TonyCurryRadio.net. Let's go to Tabitha. Tabitha's written us a few times. She always has good emails. Please ask Stuart what type of aftershave he uses.
It's not Old Spice.
I got some Old Spice for Christmas this year for my 20-year-old. And I put it on and it burned like hell and it was great. It smelled just like my dad's old. I used to use my dad's Old Spice. It was green.
Oh, yeah.
And it was in there for I think it was in there for I lived there for 20 years. So it had to be in there at least 20 years. And I used to use it on a day and that shit burned like hell. But man, I could smell it. And I put some aftershave on it. It was awesome. It was great.
So I don't, it's not aftershave. I didn't use any aftershave, but, I do always spray on. I use a cologne called Bond. It's Bond number 9. It's New York Street. Bond Street. Okay. And it's I guess it's in Chelsea. I don't know. It's kind of off the beaten path. But anyway, it's they have probably, I want to say 30 different colognes and all named after different parts of the city. Like there's streets, there's Fifth Avenue, there's Central Park. The one I like is called Bleecker Street. It's really good. It's expensive as crap. Sometimes you can find it online, less expensive, but otherwise you have to go to Saks or I think it's Nordstrom, not Nordstrom Rack, but the real Nordstrom. And that's the only place you can get it. But yeah, it's really cool and the packaging is great. But I love that stuff. It's just everywhere I go is like, man, what are you wearing? It's like, it's Bond number 9.
Yeah, I think guys use the Axe thing, and now of course everyone's using the 72-hour deodorant. So I mean, everyone's gonna smell like deodorant. And there's some deodorants like men, and it smells pretty good. You don't want to obviously use it as an aftershave, or you don't want to use it as a perfume or a cologne. But sometimes just getting out of the shower, it smells fresh. And now people are using the 72-hour stuff. So I'm assuming that's probably the next thing, because for the most part, I don't think guys really did cologne for a while. Or at least I got a couple friends of mine that wear cologne and they wear too much of it. And it's just, if you wear too much, it seems like you're masking something, and it kind of worries me.
Yeah, and the other thing is, it's, as you know, it smells different on different people. So
yes,
I'll wear mine, and some people are like, man, that stuff's great. I want to try it. And then they get it and they're like, man, it just doesn't smell the same.
I know, right?
Like, well, that's the way it works.
There you go.
You have to find the one that smells good on you.
Maybe, or maybe just use your natural pheromones or whatever they're called. Those things, and it just knocks it out. All right. Let's do one more email, then we'll knock out your last 2 songs. We'll play them together since we're getting lovey-dovey here and we're up against it. Lee in Knoxville writes, hey, Tone, love the show. Tell Stuart I said hi. Just stumbled across the show recently. Please get the word out that men love raccoon eyes. Yeah, it is so true. And I'm so glad that we could be this speaking piece to anyone else that's listening to the show. But it is true, ladies. And I know that you can call it the smoky look or the slutty look or whatever. But if you can put that dark stuff on your eyes every once in a while, you know what I'm talking about? The raccoon look. Yep. The raccoon look never fails. And men love the raccoon look.
Yeah, it's like, I'm trying to think of the actors, like Penelope Cruz.
Yes.
Yeah, with those dark eyes and the raccoon look. Yeah, I love that too. And
it works on anybody. I mean, it works like hell. It works on Alice Cooper, for God's sake. Seriously, it works on anybody. If you want to get yourself some, and your husband's been down on the count for a little while, put some raccoon eyes on. I'm telling you, he will go hog crazy. Raccoon eyes. I may put some raccoon eyes on tonight. Just look at myself in the mirror.
There you go.
It says I'm going to be alone tomorrow. You
get drunk and fall on your face, and you get 2 raccoon eyes without having to.
You're going to have your old lady doing raccoon tonight, ain't you?
Yeah, when we get off the phone, I'll have to call.
There you go.
She's doing.
All right, happy Valentine's, my friend. Zeppelin, Poison, Firehouse. You got one here from Journey and Cheap Trick. Give me your last 2. We'll take it to the house. What you got?
Yes, sir. We're going to do Journey Faithfully, and we're going to do Cheap Trick, If You Want My Love.
This has been a special presentation of Tony Curry Radio.